Hey everyone, how's it going? This replay was sent to me by Kingwolf, one of the officers of Razors of Hell, the clan I'm in, and he's been waiting for me to review this replay for quite a while, so here it is finally, and hopefully it was worth the wait. Now, Kingwolf is playing his Object 907 on Ensk Encounter, and he's going to be very aggressive right off the bat. I've said before that I do appreciate aggressive play in World of Tanks, but that comes with the stipulation that it's aggressive and not potentially suicidal. See, when Kingwolf pushes all the way into this little city square, or whatever you want to call it, in the middle of Ensk, he's basically isolated from the rest of his team, and had there been more enemies here in a position to shoot Kingwolf, he basically would have died for free, because there'd be no way that he could outshoot all the enemies that would end up killing him. Luckily though, the enemies were fairly slow getting into this position. Probably could have taken a little more time to aim there at the Jagdpanzer E100 track. He did just fire and kill the friendly T-32, so he's going to be on reload for the next roughly 20 seconds. And pulling back here, I'm not exactly sure what Kingwolf was trying to do. Could have just hugged the house like he is here, because that way the enemies actually have to come around into the open to get shots at Kingwolf, like this 215B is doing. And Kingwolf is able to put 2 shots into the 215B for only taking 1 shot of damage from the enemy heavy tank. And if you're going to trade health, that's pretty much the way to do it. You want to shoot an enemy twice for every time he shoots you, at the very least. Like, ideally, you wouldn't want to trade at all, but if you're going to trade, you should try to make sure it's at least profitable for you. I'm not actually sure how he set this Jagdpanzer E100 on fire frontally. Like, I guess maybe the fuel tanks are mounted near the front in the Jagdpanzer E100? I'm not sure. Kingwolf's team is down on tanks and HP, as well as being boxed into about a third of the map, which is not a great spot to be in. Like, it's not totally unwinnable, and here, if you're going to auto-aim at a tank in this sort of situation, you don't need to look at the tank while you're firing as well. You could have been looking around and seeing, you know, what threats were around you that would be able to hit you. The AMX 5100 is very likely to be on reload, so you probably could have attacked him as well if you wanted to. Able to pick up the kill on the Waffenträger E100 though, so I mean, both are valuable tanks. Like, in this instance, it was not exactly wrong to let the AMX 5100 leave, because he would have run into a Foch as well as a Death Star in a second. And there's the Death Star there. And he misses. Already only does tracking damage. Like, I have to say, Kingwolf does get insanely lucky in this game. Not lucky enough, unfortunately, but very lucky still. 54E1's reloading. Doing the wiggle to try and get a bounce, but it's not gonna happen. The liver fires at Kingwolf and misses, and that liver. Also, very lucky there that the Death Star didn't splash Kingwolf, because even the splash damage from the Hesh could have killed him, being the amount of health he was still on. Now, as he was passing by, Kingwolf probably could have taken a little bit of time to aim at the Death Star if he wanted to, although it's not necessarily wrong to not stop either, because the Lerva could have been coming from behind. That's not what happened, but just food for thought. It's also not necessarily wrong to go after the artillery in this instance, although probably could have helped out his E3 teammate there in the city. Like, there's a lot of unobvious decisions that go on during this game. Not exactly right or wrong, it's just how it ends up working out. But now Kingwolf is in a 1v3 situation. The enemy Foch is one-shottable, the Death Star is two-shottable, and the Liver would take 3 shots, I believe, to kill. So Kingwolf is going to go back down and attack from the south. There's only one enemy on the cap at the moment, so he's not really under much pressure. He still has 2 minutes to go and reset if he absolutely needs to. I'm fairly certain he gets spotted by the enemy liver. In this instance, I would have probably gone straight down the tracks up to the north once I became unlit, because the liver almost definitely spotted him there. And the enemies are going to basically know he's coming from the south. And I'm pretty sure Kingwolf does not have 6th Sense in his Object 907 crew. Because that would have made it really easy to tell. Well, I mean, yeah, it obviously would have made it easy to tell if he gets spotted. I mean, that's a no-brainer, but it might have made some decisions a little easier. 6th Sense really is the most important perk to have in the game. Heat round into the Foch. Kingwolf was a little faster on the trigger. And apparently being lucky makes you a coward. According to the enemy Foch. Now Kingwolf is basically just looking for a shot on the enemy Death Star, looking to find out where in the cap he is. He's actually tucked up against the row of buildings in F3, but you're going to see that in a second. Now he spots the enemy liver. However, we don't know for certain if the liver spotted Kingwolf or not. If not, then this was the right play. If he did, then I have no idea why the enemy Death Star wasn't facing him. And the Death Star could have very easily just stayed back and not gone out after Kingwolf. But it does. Alright, and here's where things start to go a little bad. Kingwolf decides to go left. He's going to end up facing the lever head-on. He could have turned right back at that intersection and gone through the buildings and come from the lever side. Could have also tried to circle the lever, although I'm not exactly sure about the Object 907's circling capabilities. I don't have the tank myself, so I can't really judge. But yeah, Kingwolf, despite minor little things, played a good game. It definitely shows here in the result screen. 6,369 damage, 6 kills, and 1,309 base experiences. Definitely nothing to laugh at. And aside from a few minor things, Kingwolf played this match quite well. So, well done, Kingwolf. It's just unfortunate the way the game ended. So, if you have a game where you lost and you'd like me to critique your gameplay and tell you how you could have done better potentially, or you have a really epic game and you want me to feature it on the channel in the subscriber spotlight, whether it's War Thunder or World of Tanks, details on how to send me the replays are in the description, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Until then, happy hunting.